on. This is Drake slander. I don't like it. I don't like this Drake slander.
New Drake is actual trash. And I say that very legitimately.
You're saying there's no song on the album is good.
No, I think that there's songs on that are okay.
Then why are you saying stuff like that?
Because like 20% of the like 80% of the album's trash. 80% of the album's really bad.
What?
80% of the album's really bad.
He's not trash though.
Yeah, it is. 80% of the album's trash.
Will, can you just put a knife to this real quick?
Yeah, so Chad, do you prefer old Messi or new Messi? Is essentially the question.
Yeah. I want Grandpa Messi.
I mean, he's pretty good right now. I think he's sustained more consistently than Drake has. And I think I do think that.
Interesting.
That's a very hot take. Okay, all right. Well, we're back.
There's our cold open.
Yeah, that's the open. It's the Tres Amigos.
Yeah, Chris has ditched us for the evening. No,
he went to New Orleans.
No, yeah, he went back home.
Christmas.
Went to Mardi Gras.
Did he? Wait,
no, he went home for Christmas, man.
Okay, well, I'm back. Will's back. John's back.
Yep.
We've been far apart for a while. It's we did have that podcast with Troy that I can never
recover.
I don't think I can recover from it. There's some issues with like sporting.
Actually, just find it on our OnlyFans. Actually.
Yeah. It's just only $10 a month.
Yeah.
So
really cheap.
Patrons only, you know.
Yeah.
When we hit 100 subs, actually, we get to Chad gets to choose where Brian gets a tattoo.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's news to me too. I'll do it.
Just a Christmas special, you know.
Just on the face.
Just on the face.
Yeah. You don't need it for anything important.
But anyways, so a lot has happened. I think it started with before the World Cup. We had no podcasts during the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like how crazy is that?
We're all away.
Yeah, we're
all away. I was in Europe, right? And then when I came back, you left.
I left.
You're still gone, John.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, we Brian and I both alternated like 2 weeks when we were gone.
Yeah.
Basically. Like we were aligned for like 3 days.
Yeah. And then World Cup Prism came out. So like we were just, in
the weeds.
Big corporation out here. so we were it was like
I guess we could say that.
Doing everything, It was like either it's always only one guy doing everything, right?
It was me or you, yeah.
Yeah. So and Chris is still alive. I just don't know what he's doing right now, but
I swear Chris is okay.
He is fine.
He's fine, right? I didn't get to go to the dinner, so I'm sorry about that. Well, happy birthday, John.
Thank you.
I'm just for the record, I gave him a Merlin box, so.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I pulled a Malik Tillman auto from it.
Oh, that's right.
That was pretty nice, actually.
So. Oh, yeah, double birthday. It was your birthday, John, and your birthay's coming up, right?
29th, on 29th December, so.
Yeah, happy early
Brian's
birthday.
turning 40. Everyone wish him a happy birthday.
That's really fucked up.
Hey, look, I like the old Brian.
This is 40 for Brian.
Do you like the new Brian or the old Brian?
Everyone guess Brian's age in the comments.
No, bro, what are you doing? You're just like. So let's go to the World Cup though.
Okay.
I mean, so many things has happened during the World Cup.
There's a World Cup.
Yeah. And I don't really know where to start. I forgot who did you guys predict to be winners before that? You guys remember?
Brazil.
You said Brazil?
Yeah, I said Brazil.
I said Argentina.
Did you?
No
way.
I've always said Argentina.
In all fairness, I don't think Will's physically. I've heard Will say who he picked.
Absolutely. I think that's actually valid right there.
I've always said I think Argentina.
No, I don't think we've had this discussion before. Because I think you would have aligned with Brian when he said it.
Exactly.
We used to shit on Brian.
Like
I know. I've been saying Argentina.
I think you were always.
I support England, but I knew they'd bottle it. I knew they'd Spurs it.
Let's talk about England though, because England, I feel really bad for them. I do.
I feel bad for Kane. I feel bad for Kane a lot.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's not as bad as Euros.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I just gotta say another reason I don't like Spurs.
What's it, Harry Kane?
Yeah.
What else, John?
What do you mean?
But I do
what else would it be you?
Oh yeah.
What else would you like? Yeah, but I thought England really. I think England really deserved more. Absolutely. Like I think they've outclassed France by miles. Oh wait.
I mean, I don't think they outclassed them by miles. I think it was a pretty even game.
Nah, bro. I mean, what do you think? Well, when you watched it.
Yeah. So from what I saw, I thought that England was being really dominant, and then there were just a few key individuals that from France that really kind of carried the other 8 players on the pitch.
But isn't that all you need though?
Yeah, no, it is all you need.
Because I mean, there's been teams that have been physically dominating games, and then a counterattack or one misplay or one missed shot will be the reason why they lose, right?
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about Japan?
Yeah, exactly. Japan, Morocco.
I don't know why Lloris decided to become the best goalkeeper in the world.
I knew that was gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, sure, England bossed the midfield. I think they'd I feel weird when I say I feel like a team deserves more because it wasn't because of a bullshit referee call or anything. It was just they didn't put it behind the net and
Yeah, it's execution at that point, right? So, I do think England. I feel actually bad for them for some reason. I know the world was oh fuck you England, it's you guys created the game, but it's more dude, I really like the squad. Have you guys watched their TikToks? It's actually really entertaining. Saka is spelling me.
Dude, I'm so happy I bought Saka before the World Cup for the PC.
I don't feel bad for them because I know in 4 years they will still be okay.
Man, then nothing's guaranteed, bro. So many things could happen.
Dele Alli,
bro.
Their chance. Yeah. Oh God.
Who do you think? I mean, I don't think Bellingham or Saka are going to be Dele Alli.
You never know.
Dele Alli wasn't that good.
Oh, what? No.
Dele Alli wasn't that good, man.
No, dude.
He just said that.
Dude,
no, prime Dele Alli was fucking insane.
Dude,
Was
I
it?
swear, 4
Better
years
than Son,
ago, 4 years ago, I was fuming that he was on Spurs. I was like, this
was
kid
class, bro.
is a
Top.
generational
So you
talent.
think Bellingham could be like Dele Alli?
I'm saying it's possible.
You just never know.
You never know. Just injuries, never know. You
Well,
never
okay,
know.
Dele Alli was injured is the reason why he's not good, or is it because of his work ethic?
I would say mentality is a little different too.
It got to his head.
Mourinho kind of fucked them up too.
Well, yeah.
So,
I mean, but Mourinho's also made class players
Even with
from that.
Posh.
Yeah,
Even with
that's
Posh,
true. Yeah,
he
yeah,
kind of fell through.
I
it got
agree
to his
with that.
head. It got to his head.
Yeah. But anyways, fair play to England, UK people. I really were rooting for y'all. No, not gonna lie, I really was. But let's talk about USA, man. Expectations. I think my expectations. If you just got out of the group, I'll be very happy. I wasn't sure what you guys were thinking.
I thought round of 16 was the expectation to make it to the round of 16. I think quarterfinals is where I thought they could have made it.
Okay.
If they got a good draw in the second round, which
They did.
in my opinion they did.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, everyone said oh, they really sucked that game against the Netherlands. Their defense was exposed. There was, but I think with what they showed, if they get a second defender, a second center back, that's good. That isn't Tim Ream because he's not going to come back.
Dude, my boy Tim Ream, though.
Tim Ream is my favorite player
I'd
of all
clapped
time.
if I wasn't holding this mic.
Hold that mic.
And then I think Adam showed his inexperience a little bit at times in that game. In one game,
He was tired.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I think he
I
had
think
an
Musa,
amazing World Cup.
The midfield was tired.
Yeah, because they're playing 90 minutes a game.
It showed the lack of depth.
Yeah. It also showed Greg Berhalter doesn't know how to manage a game.
Oh, here we go.
And Geogate, too.
Well, that's a whole different.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
GeoGate's where I have the most choice words.
I will say, I was very worried about the U.S. not making it out.
Yeah, I remember you were.
So, I was just happy with them making it out.
Yeah.
And then I kind of went on a day bar crawl when they made it out, and that's all I needed.
I think Berhalter. Well, on that note, with GeoGate, Berhalter has to go.
Berhalter should never have another managing position again. If you lose that ability, if you ruin what's in the locker room, that's a sacred play. You're telling that shit to the media.
Yeah, he
as a young player too. It's not this one captain said some bullshit.
Yeah.
Honestly, go back to coaching the MLS. That's what you deserve.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with MLS, by the way.
There isn't. Well, actually, that's a whole different conversation. But
yeah, people got pissed when I said, "Please, I'm proud of the boys, but no more MLS." And people got mad on Instagram. I had terrible.
Dude, I can't believe that's a hot take.
That's
really, not a hot take.
Triggers
hey, man.
so many people.
When I think of the best players that are putting the U.S. uniform on, it's definitely Christian Roldan, Aaron Long, not Musa, not Dest, not Pulisic. Honestly, if you want to put the MLS is great at developing talent. I think that's one thing they're really good at right now. But you can't say the MLS players are the best players in that roster when Jesus Ferreira can put the ball in the back of the fucking net. When 90% of that team can put the ball in the back of the fucking net.
He lost the ball for that second goal. I'm just saying.
He did. He did. But I said, why is he on the pitch?
It was
and
on
then
the
they took him out.
right?
Yeah.
The textbook. Come on.
I think there's a lot of good talent in the MLS right now, especially with the U.S. Like Quinn Sullivan. You look at Aronson, obviously, that's now going to Europe. Yeah. Just, I don't know.
Excellent.
Yeah, just turn yours up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was my MLS rant. I really don't care.
I feel like MLS is one tier below it just like can't produce yet on the international level. Like you look at like the Portuguese league, like their players, it doesn't matter whether they're in the Portuguese league or the Premier League or the Bundesliga or Liga. Dude, they're killing. They were killing it on an international level. I just don't think the MLS has that.
Well, yeah. Also, when you're bringing in 30-year-old MLS players, if you're bringing like Pepe, you're bringing in some youth that's coming from the MLS. I get it. Those are strong talents across the country, but like, Roldan, like. Why are you
he never played, so it's like
I
think Jordan Morris should take a little bit of blame.
Well, Jordan Morris played 5 minutes.
Kellen Acosta.
But let's look at the qualifiers. Let's look at Aaron Long. Let's look at Zimmerman. Well, Zimmerman's a good example of, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't fucking draw that foul in the last 2 minutes.
Well,
we're just waiting for. Well, really, John's waiting for his Gill. He's waiting for the Lord.
Adrian Gill, man.
Safe to say, John's a huge Berhalter fan, but let's talk about Gio though. If you were in this situation, and let's just say, okay, first off, let's give some context. If you guys don't know what happened with Gio Reyna, essentially he didn't play very much in the tournament. A lot of fans were questioning that, and really the reports that started to come out was what was troubling.
Yeah.
So Berhalter had an interview of some sort about how he handled, leadership, and essentially singled out Gio Reyna without saying it, but everybody knew who it was. And the reports kind of confirmed it. So if you guys were in the locker room, what would you have done, right? Like, if a player was acting. I had
this conversation with someone on someone's Whatnot, actually. It was a pretty good one. And I think that, like, whether or not, Gio was being a stupid 19-year-old, probably. I get that. Yeah. I get that. 19-year-olds are stupid a lot of the time.
Yeah.
The thing with me that I didn't like on how he handled it, and it just showed the lack of his experience as, like, a man, like, with managing these like big players, is like, why did it come down to a vote? Like, I know there's a leadership group.
That's inaccurate, right?
What?
That's inaccurate.
Did it not come to a vote?
Yeah, that actually so it was with the staff apparently, not the actual players.
So even the leadership group wasn't into it.
I believe so. That's what I would be so stunned if he actually did. I mean, I know Berhalter kind of misplaced some stuff, but it's like that's like some out of pocket shit. You know?
That's fair. I even still feel that, like, I'd rather him, like, ride or die by his call. Like what Arteta did with Aubameyang. Just like, this is how I want my squad. Like, this is how we're going to run it. And, like, either iron hammer or not. But this sort of, like, wishy-washiness, I didn't like.
He should have just left them home.
I think...
We could have had Pepe. We could have had,
I think that's been the case with a lot of Berhalter's boys, though. Like, he put, like, Brooks, for instance. There's clearly something going on with him. But Gio's too good for him to get that over without being wishy-washy. That's the one person to be like, why isn't Gio here? That's inexcusable to not have him on the roster. Pepe, yes, you can make a call. There's probably players that are on that roster that are comparable, but I don't know. That's the one you can't really say that, like, he can get away with being wishy-washy. Like, getting away with not calling him into the squad.
I'd rather have him make a wrong call and, like, make the call like a man. I'll be very honest.
Well, he's not going to.
And here's the thing. You know what team made a call and it worked out amazingly? Fucking Morocco. With Ziyech.
Well, Ziyech is still there, though, right?
No, he wasn't on the Moroccan team. The new manager came in, said, look, I know you said you never wanted to do anything with us. I want you back.
Ziyech is on a different level right
now. And despite him not playing at Chelsea or anything like that, look what he did with the fucking Moroccan squad. Like, that's a team, insane. Man.
That's a team.
And so I think that, like, when they're, like, you just need to have unity in the squad. Whether it's the right call or not, you make it after the tournament. You reflect, you see whether it was good or not, fine. But, like, you can't have that, like, in the camp during the tournament. That's my.
It's weird because the media was all about, like, oh, this is the closest team the U.S. has ever had. It's like, well, except for Gio in that respect, then, right? Like, I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I think he handled it. I mean, not to be, like, obvious, but very poorly. I think if you're looking
Thanks for that analysis, John.
I know, man. But if you're looking for another job outside of this, I would really think that's going to impact that go forward, because I don't think a locker room would want that on there. Someone that's going to be like, oh, I disagree with you, so now I'm going to, like, put to the media that you were a bad person.
I will say I'm thankful for it, though.
Yeah, get them the fuck out of here.
Because I didn't want Triple G, after this. So
he still may be here. Man.
He still might, but it's less now.
It's less, definitely. I think him saying that was kind of like, he kind of knows it's not coming. He's not coming
And
back.
Here's the thing also, is, like, what does it say about like the other like international players? You know, and like he doesn't have that international experience, so like how can he relate to those players? And then we saw what Gio did like in that Dortmund friendly like right afterwards. It's insane.
But he's always been like a hothead though. Have you ever watched him? Yeah.
Again,
like,
he's a stupid ass.
someone needed to put a foot down and be like, yo, get the fuck out.
Well,
you know, honestly, in my opinion.
Apparently Adams did.
That's what you said.
That's good.
Yeah.
Adams is a good guy.
Which I would like to say, Adams, man, that dude.
It's another level.
Hero. Dempsey reminds me of Dempsey, man. That attitude.
Yes. Well, he literally did. So, like, I think he did say "you don't know where I'm from" dog level of like he got up and got in someone's face.
I know, but I love what the Premier League did to him, dude.
I think
he's always had that.
I think he's gonna transfer to a bigger club.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
think so, yeah.
But like, I think it says a lot. I think the fact that he's like doing it in Leeds, Leeds with like big history, right? Like, I know Dempsey had like Spurs. They don't have as much history as Leeds, like just.
Well, he only had a stint with Spurs, so I guess that.
Yeah.
Do you think that's him, or do you think that's Jesse Marsch coaching him correctly?
Are you trying to plug Jesse Marsch as the coach?
I mean, I've been plugging that forever, but I think
I don't want him to be the international coach. Just saying.
Why?
He's a little. I think his tactics are a little too ballsy, a little too much.
I want to see him at Leeds. I think there needs to be an American coach and an American.
I think it's a little different. I think it needs to be a little different.
For the
International
hobby.
game.
For the hobby.
So, who do you want the next coach of the U.S. to be?
I'm not sure yet, but I think Jesse Marsch. I think he's
Dream
a popular. Yeah, he's a popular pick, but I just don't know if I want him specifically, just because it's the way he plays is a little like the tactics are a little reckless.
That's
like,
fair. Yeah.
Let's be real.
But I mean, I think what he's trying to do is be a little more aggressive, and I think that's what the U.S. kind of needs to do.
I mean, they were aggressive. We controlled the game. I mean, I thought
Which game? Which game?
We controlled the match. We controlled
Which
the match.
one?
Netherlands, we controlled it.
Well, they were waiting to counter.
Well, yeah. Well, that's more just tactics based. Okay.
Yeah, and did we adapt?
But you could say Croatia controlled the game against Argentina, and then got hit on the counter.
Any game against Morocco?
I mean,
that's
England.
not
They controlled it with England. They controlled it with.
That England match is still kind of surprising.
Yeah, it was really.
I feel like it was almost an unwritten rule that we tie this game level of like.
Well, this is a soccer card podcast.
One last
we got to talk about World
Can I
Cup.
plug my two dream managers for
Okay,
US?
sure, yes.
Either one, Brendan Rodgers. Not gonna happen, but Brendan Rodgers, or Claudio Ranieri. I think the squad for the U.S. has a similarity with that Leicester squad that won the title. Like Adams as like a Conte role, like kind of young, energetic.
Well, he said
Pizza parties.
He said.
I think
He said Adams is better than Conte.
I don't think
I said Conte role. Chill. But I think those are two ones I'd love to see.
I just want an international manager.
Yeah, same.
I just think that's what the U.S. needs. I don't think it needs like a Klinsmann level, but someone that's going to play international
I want
players.
Luis Enrique.
If we saw Luis Enrique, it's going to be a very interesting game.
I just want to see his Twitch.
My ultimate dream with the wingbacks, with how is Tuchel, but that's never gonna happen.
I think you could feasibly play that.
Pulisic would hate that.
I know. Maybe Poch would be.
If the U.S. actually could play a back five with two wing backs effectively, because I think their best is the MMA midfields, and I think that's going to hurt them. I think you'd want someone like that, I think Gustavo Alfaro from Ecuador is a really good example of that, teaching young talent. He's not coming back, so I think there's an interest
also
there.
the manager who replaced Potter from Brighton from Serie A is pretty good.
Oh, he's pretty solid.
He's really impressed me.
I like him.
He's really impressed me.
Graham Potter would be dope.
So who's gonna win the finals this Sunday? What's the score?
I've always said Argentina.
He's never.
I've never heard this until now.
I was Chris.
No, I don't think you've ever spoken up with us in a pod.
Yeah, I think you never gave an actual answer. So
I said Argentina. I just didn't yell it from the rooftops.
Okay, he's trying to say I yell from the rooftop. Okay.
I think 2-1's probably what's going to happen. Argentina.
You think Argentina?
Yeah, I think Argentina's going to win. If Benzema plays, I think it's a different game though.
Oh, that's another story, bro. You know he's not coming.
Is he officially not coming?
I don't think Benzema makes the squad better.
It probably doesn't like him.
It's so stupid, man.
Look, I will say
No one likes Benzema on the French roster.
I don't think Benzema makes it better. I don't think Benzema makes the squad better. I think Giroud is playing that perfect role that matches what those players need.
Uh-huh.
I don't see what having Benzema there improves on, because Giroud's also scoring. Unlike 2018, Giroud's actually scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
So why would, and if you bring in Benzema for what, to score goals also, it doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, if Benzema was a defender, I think it's a different conversation. I'm not saying that's the case, but their defense a little bit. Their defense is war torn right now, and injuries, disease. I think they're actually there's actually COVID going through the locker room or something like that right now.
I'll say I don't think it goes to pens. I think it's 2-1 Argentina extra time.
That'd be so cool.
So it goes 1-1 extra time, and then
is it
something nervy.
In extra time? Is if it's a goal in the final? Is that like an immediate like?
No, it's not going to goal.
Oh, not going goal.
That'd be crazy if it was.
Was Iniesta's going goal? I can't remember.
No, it was just last minute.
Okay. I was like,
yeah.
I remember, that's like one of the first ones.
That was iconic.
That was crazy.
I remember where it was. That's
beautiful.
That's wild.
What a beautiful moment.
Yeah, but I think Argentina's gonna clap. Clap France, bro. I think they're gonna clap them, bro. I'm not even joking. Like 2-0 clapped. Like just not.
Clip it if France ends up winning.
Here we go. This is it.
Since, as you said, this is a card podcast. I actually have a question for you two that I haven't actually feel because I'm actually torn on something, and I just got it like an hour ago when I woke up from my nap.
Talk to us.
Midday nap.
Dude, I take a nap every day.
Midday work nap.
Bro.
I get out at 3.
Yeah. Well, how many naps do you take a week?
7.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God.
It's a siesta.
You're basically living a Spain lifestyle in fucking San Francisco Bay Area.
Bro. Basically, yeah.
Okay, what was the question?
What is it? Yeah.
Also, I'm getting a sleep test, so that's good. I got an offer for my Messi PSA 9 Mundi Chroma rookie.
For?
$17.50.
How much are you making money?
No, I'm losing very little.
Take it.
Would you take it?
The market's there's no way in hell the market goes up even if Messi wins.
Yeah, that's too much expectations, I would say.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it might not do you think the Mundi Chromo you know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. 617.
Yeah. Do you think that's like going to be a key rookie or anything down?
It will be.
It's really tanked. I was looking at the comps. It's like 1,200 to 1,600. Like
I'll take that, man.
How bad do you want to support your Henry from Golden?
Yeah, because don't you want Henry?
Then do it.
Oh yeah. I got my Grail card, chat, for people that don't know.
Yeah, and so if you want to get your Grail, that's what I would do. Like taking cash right now.
You think so?
$17.50.
Okay,
cash
what's
is
the
hard.
upside on it? If he wins,
like a ultra long hold. Like I always that card was never like a big flip to me. Like it was something where I just like held it, and then if it was an opportunistic thing. Like if something came up, sure, I'll do it.
How many of those come on the market?
A lot.
They're not hard to get.
Then sell it and buy it back later.
Yeah, I'll buy it back later.
Yeah, like I would say in 3 months you're probably gonna get it at a cheaper price.
To be fair, like even for my PC, I'd be happy with an 8. And then like I'd want to put it into like a nice 71 biz or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like we'll pay off my Henry and then put it saved up for a nice 71 biz.
Yeah, I mean it goes down to the question of like how many cards in soccer right now in the hobby is really actually worth over 1,000. And I think the reality now is like, well, first off, so many cards are getting hit in the market, right? They're all getting put onto the market. Exactly what we're thinking.
Sale.
We basically thought what was going to happen just happened, right? They're going to flood the market.
Like football, man.
Yeah, football. And just like, why are we playing this game again? And it's a great time for people that are searching for the PC. But it's also made me realize how overvalued. I kind of talked about this a little bit. Sticker autos are very overvalued. We're overvalued like I would say a lot of cards were overvalued a few weeks ago or months.
Yeah.
I just don't know how. The reason I'm talking about this is because like I'm getting messages sometimes like, oh man, like when will the market go up? Like it can't get any worse. I'll tell you that because like literally all the best cards you think of is getting hit right now.
I'd say 3 months from now it won't get worse.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'd say right now.
That's what I meant, right?
Yeah. Because I'd say like after the World Cup, I think it's going to go down more.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like I'd say it's probably another 15%.
Yeah. That's not even that crazy though.
No. I don't think it's going to go
But the World
half.
Cup is actually crazy.
I don't think it's going to be like a F1 or like a wrestling or any of those bubbles.
Facts.
F1 again. Don't want to shit on F1.
League,
Yeah. But F1 doesn't have a new rookie class every year like soccer does. Like wrestling, I don't like want that. I don't know enough about it to comment.
Catching strays.
No, actually, I like F1 too. Like
the positive of the World Cup, even though like I do agree, I think prices are going to go down. I think 2023 is going to be a rough year. So thank you for your advice.
In general,
I'll probably take it. Is like
I don't know what I said.
think they're
about the Mundi Chroma.
Oh yeah.
You have sometimes the shortest attention span.
Yeah, it's part of thinking about his break.
That's true.
Is
Fill it.
I think like It's really nice to see how many people are like putting stuff into their collection. Like I think there are a lot of people collecting. It's just people just want PC shit now. Like I don't see like very rarely I don't see people, and big pet peeve, being like, take this, absolute steal, I'm doing you a favor sort of posts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what collecting is all about, actually. We collect the PC. But I do have a story for y'all. I talked to John about this. How do you remember that Matisse Tell that we pulled?
Yeah.
Red. It was a red Matisse Tell.
I heard. I know. I talked to the guy. I talked to the guy.
Yeah, let me tell the story on this one, man. Oh my god.
Bro.
So we pulled this Matisse Tell in this break in Merlin 2021. Matisse Tell is one of the best rookies you probably could get in that set.
His only rookie is a Merlin.
It was one of the Chase rookies.
Exactly. So the reason why his rookie is so has so much potential is because he only has one rookie card, which is from Merlin, which is still a really key set. And yeah, pulled it from my guy Hunter, right? A really cool guy. And the backstory behind this is that he was trying to always get Matisse Tell for the last few breaks. He never could get it because it's always like a race who could get Matisse Tell. So we get we pull it for him. I sent it off. He told me to actually look it over, and I was like, this ain't gonna gem to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Off-centered.
I mean, it's Merlin.
Yeah, it's off-centered. It has some QC issues. Not gonna happen. So didn't hear a word for a few months, right? He messaged me back, like I think a week or two, right? And then he was like, yo, I'm about to talk to the PSA rep. And guess what? I'm like, what? And he's like, whenever I talk to a PSA rep, it almost always means I'm going to get an upcharge. So you know what that means. I'm like, holy fuck. PSA 10. And if we look at the PSA registry, it's a pop 1. We're like, yo, no fucking way. All right? No, I'm like, dude, that thing was fucked up. Right?
Yeah.
And then the day afterwards, he calls me again. He's like, bro, you would not believe what just happened. He's like, PSA just called me to tell me that I did get the PSA 10. However, they fucked it up by encapsulating it, and now it's a PSA 7. Here's $2,000 to make you feel better.
Oh, man.
And I'm just sitting there like, damn. $2,000, that feels pretty nice. I actually told him, like, yo, $2,000 is actually not bad. And he's like, yeah, nah, man, I was going to hold that for the long term. And then now he has a PSA 7 at these tell, even though he had a PSA 10. Like, I don't understand how PSA would be like, yeah, you got a PSA 10. I wouldn't even tell him that, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, they're being transparent, I guess. Like,
I feel so bad.
So how did it get damaged?
I guess encapsulating.
So what does that mean? I'm confused by that.
So basically what happens when you encapsulate, it does, I think, using like sort of like a sonar sort of thing to press. That's how it seals everything.
Yeah.
And so when it's sealed, it wasn't aligned, and so I'm assuming it dented it, dropping it straight to a 7. And that's, I think, being kind, because usually PSA, a dent means a straight 6. At least with Pokemon, I know that. So I feel like the 7 was like, fuck, just give him a 7.
Yeah, I think it was a reaction. I would love to see the card to see how it looks. It'd be crazy if it was like dented and shit. But yo,
I just put that in slap mag.
How much do you think that card would have been if it was a 10? I don't think it's 2K.
Exactly. That's what I told him.
No, I was thinking it was higher.
Oh,
really?
I thought it would be lower.
Because the orange 10 just sold for like nearly a K.
I think it would be like 1,700.
There is something to
15
say.
to 1,700.
But it's the red color match out of 10.
I was about to say, there is something beautiful about a red to red color match.
Fine. What do you think is valued at?
If you fucked up, I think that's at least another $1,000 off that. I think.
No. What do you think is the value if it was a PSA 10?
Probably 3.
3K.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say I could see someone buying it for 25.
Yeah. Like I'd say it's over 2K.
That's crazy.
Like, I don't.
This market standpoint right now, like this market conditions.
Like the out of 25 literally just sold for a K, and it was the Mojo. It wasn't even like the True.
That's interesting.
PSA 10, same thing.
Are you saying that this would be worth more than the 1 of 1 Messi sticker?
Dude, don't.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
it's valid.
I mean,
I mean, if you put 2 and 2 together.
I mean, I still wouldn't buy a sticker.
Oh, yeah.
No, I wouldn't buy. I wouldn't pay 3K for a sticker again.
But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think. I thought it would be like 1,700. I thought he should be happy with 2K.
I think I'd be happy with 2K.
I would be happy with 2K.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting money for it, but the fact that if that was a card you were holding long term,
that
card at the lowest is 2K. That's my honest, the lowest.
I will say, even for example, a PSA 9 red wave out of 5 Sokka sold for what, 800 or something on PWCC this last week. Mm-hmm. I love Sokka. If that happened to me and I just wanted to hold Sokka, I'd be really sad. I think I'd take 2,000, and that's us being a third party in this, looking outside in. But you just want to be excited when you gem something like that. You know, you just want to be the hype.
Especially
you're getting ready to make the IG post. Everyone's gonna like it, comment
I know what
fire,
that's
bang, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
Especially that because we did not expect it to jump to begin with.
That's
the craziest part about this whole story.
I think the other thing about the Sokka comparison is that that's not his only rookie.
Yeah.
And that's not technically his rookie either.
No, I know.
That's so fair. This is the only card he's going to have.
Yeah.
He now plays for Bayern. He could, in theory, have significant minutes next year. He's already scored 2 or 3 goals for them. He's 17. He's the youngest ever goal scorer for Bayern. You can look at what a Musiala does for comparison, but I think it does it
I'm looking
too.
at Verts to see.
Yeah.
What it
I will say, I do think that, it's interesting that, he Tels is a great player, but I like how the soccer community is being a lot smarter with, looking about, how many rookies there are.
Yeah.
Because Tels' biggest thing, he's a good player, but there's a lot of good 17 to 20-year-old players.
He's kind of on a different level, though, man.
Endrick, for example. Think how many, Gavi, right? I'm just saying the hobby has such a short attention span. So they're looking at the numbers, really. I think that's the biggest draw for Tels is how good is he? I'm not too sure, and maybe I could be wrong on this. I've only watched a few highlight reels and stuff like that, but it's just they're looking at the numbers and being this is the only rookie. It's like a Nunes.
It's like Gonzalo Ramos.
Yeah, Gonzalo Ramos situation.
Oh, what a flip that was.
Ooh, congrats to anyone who did that.
Yeah.
Just light that up.
I have a funny story about that, actually.
Yeah.
So one of my friends on the East Coast, he works with this guy named MC, really big guy, and they were all watching the game, and they're all more baseball guys, traditionally baseball guys, and they said they do all the American sports, and they're watching this Portugal game. Ramos scores his second goal on a fucking tear, and they all are like, "Hey, wait, this guy probably has enough time to get a hat trick, right?" And they're like, "Where's this rookie from?" And then they're like, "I think," and then they look up, and it's like, "Oh shit, this is from the set that we're giving away free cards to package the more expensive cards in."
Shit, that's crazy.
And so they go through all of their bulk and find aqua refractor, refractor,
God,
base, and it was just from my friend who's doing just helping out with this and their social media. It was really funny because it just shows how quick those people who have been in this hobby for long enough know this. They were ready. By the time he scored his hat trick, they already had 10 base, 10 refractors, 10 aqua prisms pulled out, just from their stuff that they give for free to package other cards in.
Did you buy Ramos?
I wish I did.
No.
You told me to do it.
I know. I couldn't. So when I did that, I couldn't afford it because there wasn't a lot on the market, and because so what I was trying to get out of 50s or lower. There wasn't a lot of those.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Well, there wasn't a lot because I was if I'm going to get something from Merlin, I don't want to get the out of 299. There's a lot of them on the market.
I'll tell you what, man.
That was a mistake.
It was a big mistake because the thing is, John actually told me to buy him.
Yep.
And I bought a few of those stuff, bro.
Yeah.
3x'd it.
I know.
3x, easy.
Yeah,
That was quick.
Just keep rubbing it in, man. Keep rubbing it in.
We all have those plays. We all have those days.
Dude, I felt fucking a champion, bro.
I think the other thing was.
Oh my god.
The other thing was I was trying to get.
You were below me, bro.
Yeah. The thing I was trying to get raw to grade, but that's I think also when I was I'm not gonna pay $50 to grade this. I don't trust people would have already graded shit already.
Yeah.
Whoever had that superfractor though, I saw that.
Why is she see on that?
It was I think it was 1.5 or 2K they got it for.
Damn.
That must be I could imagine you sold that. It's probably 10K.
I still remember my IG post. Black refractor after the first goal, 250. Black refractor after the an hour after the game, 800.
Flip of a lifetime. 5
days left on that. That was that. I think whoever did that.
Well, hopefully they got
This-
paid.
Hand claps.
That was 2020, bro.
Yeah.
2020 COVID. Like, that's how quick things changed. And it reminded me exactly prime COVID when shit like that was happening.
Well, I mean, this proves, yes, there's going to be reactions to the market, but this proves that the market's still like any other.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy cards will still sell for football after he throws a touchdown every game.
You don't have to talk
Hey,
about it.
Bull.
Hey,
Legend.
bro.
I have a good question for you, actually, as someone who's lived through 2020 card market. Do you miss it?
It was easier back then.
Well, you were selling base.
Yeah, it was so easy. Like,
I could have sold base.
no,
like-
but I actually enjoy this period more.
Okay, see, I was just listening to a Pokemon podcast, and people said, like, yeah, like, I was making more money,
Yeah.
but I was fucking stressed, man.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to talk
here-
about stress? Yeah.
Here, people, like, are enjoying, having fun, making less, but more, maybe honest or smarter.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's not less quick reactions, not less like FOMO, less like, oh shoot, should I buy Ramos? Because like
You were
back in
day
2020,
trading.
Yeah,
You were
it was,
day
It was
trading.
legitimate day trading. It was one of the wildest things in the world, and it was so easy. Like I remember, like it's because like a lot of people are collecting soccer, they don't really watch, right? So it's like, it's
kinda
who's
like
this
the-
Ramos guy?
And, and that's kind of that's kind of the issue with a lot of people. I mean, especially seeing that right now in the market, a lot of people that are buying into it don't really know a lot of what's going on. So it should be, especially as we're in breaking, as we're in some of these other businesses as well. It's good to inform to make sure people are not wasting money and want to stay in the hobby, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of situations you're going into who's on France, and you're like, oh God, we gotta definitely inform you what's going on here. You don't want to be screwed.
That's why I left basketball.
Yeah. So how's that LeBron Chrome doing?
Oh man, but yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, Ramos, that was great. It was just crazy, you know. Like,
So who else would you say is a star of the World Cup?
Oh, yeah, who impressed everyone the most?
Besides, like we talked about Adams.
let's talk about cards, right? Let's
Yeah,
talk about cards,
yeah. Well, I'll say like for long-term
that's what I'm
viability,
thinking, that's what I'm
right?
thinking.
Let's give 2 players. Just like one player and then one rookie.
I mean, how can you not say Gavi didn't impress you?
Interesting.
Really?
That's
No.
out of all the people you could have picked, that was a really weird one to start out with. Gakpo versus Gavi in that respect.
Dude, Gavi's not a big game player.
Gavi had one game where he was really strong. I'm just saying, like,
Against Costa Rica.
yeah, he
You guys are
was
just
he was
hating, bro.
good.
You
I'm
guys
just,
are hating.
but out of the people that I would say were the stars of the world, Gakpo is in that conversation.
yeah.
Easy.
Well, you said 2. You didn't let me finish.
Okay, you said
I mean,
rookie though,
I would have said Gakpo though.
but you said rookie.
I think everybody would have said Gakpo though. Okay, I'll say this. So the only player I would actually buy right now would be Gakpo.
Interesting.
You're trying to actively buy.
Yeah,
Gakpo.
I'm actually trying to buy him. Yeah.
Interesting.
So
I think
those are.
Chouameni's impressed me a lot.
Oh, dude, that dude is a monster.
Chouameni's really been good.
But for the hobby, he's still a CDM.
True.
He had one
He
screamer.
plays for Real Madrid, so
That's fair.
Yeah,
A
it's-
lot of Madridista. I mean, and PC, we're talking about this. This hobby's moving more towards PC, so I agree with that. I can respect that.
I'm trying to think who else.
yeah, Gakpo. I like him a lot because he does everything.
I hope he goes to Arsenal.
Okay. So
That's not going to happen. There's no way.
I
now.
know.
just take down the Celsius.
Well, I think that's.
Can I just say hope?
I think there's. I mean, a lot of players that have impressed. I don't know how super hobby relevant outside of like a Gakpo, Gavi. Because I go to the Caicedo conversation because I'm obviously a homer with Ecuador, but he's a fucking CDM. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be the most profitable guy to go forward. As much as people on eBay try to mansplain that to me, but. Yeah,
CR7's another player you gotta buy.
That's a good one.
He's
yeah.
just tanking, bro.
Dude,
he's not helping himself at
His
all.
landmarks is PSA 10. I think so for 800.
Oh, dude, his On the Horizons used to be like around 500 to 800.
What are they going for now?
Like 250, 300.
Disrespectful.
PSA 9.
Disrespectful.
And it's a beautiful card. It's like a poor man. Hey, I will say On the Horizon, poor man's landmark. Great for the PC.
If Chris was here, the guy who he would say who he's been buying is the player from Korea that had the brace. The one
Mr.
that,
Marriage Proposal guy.
yeah, everyone.
I
in
should
Korea-
bought a Panini instead of this.
everyone in Korea loves him. So he's actually not trying to spoil it, but he's trying to grade some of his stuff for his PC and to flip down.
That's fair. I think for me, the 2 players that like impressed me the most, I think, and are hobby relevant, is rookie wise. I like shit performance by the team, but like Musiala really impressed me.
Fuck, bro. Why didn't we talk about Musiala? That's crazy.
Because
And
Germany was terrible.
yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Musiala just super unlucky. but like really impressed me. Really tried to, and I think like it showed sort of the difference between like.
Imagine if he had.
For me, like I hate to say this, but like it showed to me the difference between like the Gavi versus like Musiala. Dude, Musiala like could in a few years, like I could see him put the team on his back. I think he was too young for it, but he was trying his fucking hardest.
Imagine if he had Wirtz as well. I think Germany
Imagine
would
if they had one good center back.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not about Verts. It was more like they didn't have defense.
Fair enough.
Imagine if they had Tim Ream.
Hey, that Dortmund back line, just really carries that team.
Hey, Tim Ream as a German.
Musiala's a good shout. He's a definite buy for sure. For me, like guys, make your own decisions. Don't listen.
Yeah.
We're fucking idiots.
Dude, I got the best deal on him actually. I bought a blue rookie of his 150 for like $35, baby.
For Musiala?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's pretty nice.
Dude, because his PSA 9 blues went for like $92 recently.
Yeah, you've been going hard in singles. But who's your second player?
Yeah. Oh, before that, John and I made a bet about who would score more goals, and neither of us won the bet.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Because Muller and Musiala scored 0 goals.
That's really sad.
That was so sad. All right, second one, Giroud. Dude, he became like, yeah, I know he's a good player and no one cares about him. Good, to being like mediocre relevancy.
Well, you would buy him.
I think this cemented a legacy that's a
yeah,
lot
he
different
cemented
than
a
prior.
legacy. Okay, put it this way: you look at his like lineage. He ended Arsenal's trophy drought. He got another Champions League for Chelsea. He also in Montpellier got them their first Ligue 1 title before he transferred to Arsenal. He ended the Serie A title drought for AC Milan and won France at least one World Cup and brought them to the finals. Like, he's become this weird, iconic journeyman.
He's been everywhere, man.
Like, similar to, like a tier below Ibra, but, like, people care about him. I've sold cards of him.
You think it sustains? You think it sustains, like, out there?
I think he went from no one really PCs him to some people PC him. And I think that says a lot. Going from zero hobby relevancy to some is a big jump.
Like, how many rookies of Giroud have you seen sold prior to this?
Oh, he has the worst rookie though.
Yeah, a lot of his cards are getting sold.
It's the shittiest rookie ever.
But like,
it's like a 4-photo Brady Bunch.
Imagine, so if he wins 2 World Cups, does that cement a legacy at all in your eyes? If he beats Argentina, manages to do that, scores a brace in the final,
and no one hates him. No one hates him.
For sustainability though, afterwards.
I'm not saying to invest in him long
term. I feel like he's like more like. I will say, okay. I feel like this. He will be kind of like close. He'll be close to hobby relevance as Muller.
Muller. But you're going from someone who had zero.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I think that's really impressive to me.
Okay. I mean, you get a pass.
Just kidding. I mean, this isn't like a buy or whatever.
So I think it's no surprise here. I think it would be Luka Modric for like the guy that's established himself and cemented himself as a top 5.
Yeah, I was thinking about Modric too.
Probably top 5 midfielder of all time, no doubts.
I think I have a hot take on this actually.
I mean, he's the only person in the Ronaldo and Messi era to win a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, but that was a little sus. But
he carried the whole team on his back. He's still one of the best midfielders in the world. And he 35, 36?
37.
Okay.
He's still playing really well.
Carried Croatia. Like,
he's gonna retire with a walking crane.
How many Champions Leagues does he have? I'm saying, like, he's probably one of the most decorated midfielders
Champions Leagues
in a Messi Ronaldo dominant era, and has showed everything.
It'll be really interesting question. Who would be more relevant from a collecting standpoint in just 3 years from now, Modric or Muller?
Modric.
Dude, I'll take it one up. I think Modric number 3 for this generation, Modric or Neymar.
I would make another thing, Modric or Zidane.
Ooh.
What?
Modric or Zidane.
Zidane.
Long-term collectability.
Yeah.
Zidane, I think.
That's not even like a question.
I would do, man. I don't know.
That's not even close.
But I think
how many people have Modric as true rookie?
That's fair. There's only 3 graded.
How many Zidane rookies are there?
That's
all I'm trying to say. There's 3 that I've seen of Modric's, or 2 that I've seen of Modric's.
Yeah, but maybe because no one's grading them.
Because it was in a Croatian revolution.
Yeah.
But still, I think that's more impressive, man.
I think
the fact that you're able to find this
relevancy, though, like you're saying, like how many more collectors would be?
I think Modric has been more important to his club than Zidane was to his
country.
Yeah. Real Madrid, he's won how many?
This, guys. What do you think, Zidane or Modric?
I mean, I don't care if I get flayed. I think you could make a real case that Modric has been more important for his club and country himself.
I mean, you're not wrong with that. I'm just saying that from a relevancy standpoint.
I think Modric is.
Do you think
real discussion being top
Neymar
5
is more like? Do you think number 3? There's Messi, there's Ronaldo. Number 3.
Neymar took a hit.
You think Neymar or Modric? I think Modric is number 3 in this generation.
I think Modric is much more closer than what we would ever thought it would be to Neymar than Neymar being closer to Modric. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So like, it's tough. Neymar is actually really tough for me.
It's tough. It's tough.
I felt bad for him.
I felt bad, but like now it's like, dude, who's collecting, bro? Like, I don't think anybody's gonna collect him.
Fair enough.
Really?
I'm not.
It's the wildest thing, right?
It's wild. He could go to like Muller tier.
So
He could.
damn, that's wild to say. But all right, anything last words or to add, guys? We're wrapping up.
Oh, I guess one thing I want to say: who do you think for 2026 is the most set up to be the next? I guess France or the next team out of here. Because I think Argentina. Do you think they're going to still be the same relevancy in 4 years?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think what's the next team that's going to be okay? They're not in the Final Four now. Who can make that?
I think Portugal
step?
has a really interesting. It gets very interesting.
I think England has a good shot.
England as well. Yeah.
England.
Because I think who are you
Portugal.
losing? Maybe Kane.
Yeah.
Maybe the back line, but like,
Portugal as well. They're
No,
super
because
young.
you're forgetting Reece James.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of good
and
defenders.
TAA, but
And even France though. France, a lot of their players got hurt.
Yeah.
They're missing like half their freaking
also
starting lineup, bro.
Kamavinga has played like just against Tunisia, I think,
Exactly.
as a left back.
Exactly. That shows how crazy depth they have. So
Just their back line.
I would even say Canada might be interesting too. I like Canada a lot.
I don't know. I heard this Ecuador team is really good. You know?
Okay, all right, we're wrapping this up. All right, Will, you want to add anything else?
Yeah. Like, we're gonna go back to watch it like post World Cup, watching Wolves versus Crystal Palace or some shit like that.
No disrespect for these.
No, I'm joking.
Why
I'm
they get
joking.
straight,
How
bro?
dare you?
How can
dare
you go from like these baggers to like I love the Premier League. I watch every game, but like it's just
like-
let me just make a joke, man.
Should have just said Spurs, bro.
Oh, I should have.
What were you
Oh,
saying?
I'm sad now. Yeah, like what are you guys looking to pick up like, kind of moving forward now that like the whole like, man, I'm really saving this card for the World Cup, all of that's going to be gone. What are you guys looking? What's your place?
I think more Clint Dempsey for me, man.
PC.
It's just funny.
No,
right? It's
PC.
so hilarious, right?
That-
PC.
Not to say, if you buy PC, you'll never lose, but
But Gakpo, I think Gakpo is actually a bet. If I'm going to make a bet, I'm very convinced Gakpo is like made for stardom.
I think we have a small window right now where Musiala is an option.
That too, yeah. Those two guys are like real. I'm super interested.
As long as he doesn't go to Man United, man.
Yeah, if he goes to Man United, we're screwed. But I think he does everything. It's so interesting how he does everything.
Yeah.
It's just very as close as a complete striker, like a Harry Kane type of
Yeah.
striker. So
I would also look to anyone that has had a really bad World Cup. I'm not saying Musiala did, not saying
Neymar.
one like that. Neymar, Rodrigo had a pretty rough
and
draft.
Vinny-
compared to expectations.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Vinny.
KDB.
Oh, KDB would be
Ooh,
interesting.
yeah,
I
that's
don't want to touch the cocky.
that's a
but,
fall
like,
from grace.
Holland too. Yeah,
So
Holland's
I think.
waiting.
Do you think Norway's going to has a real shot at making the next World Cup?
I mean, they're extending it.
Yeah, they can't make it. They don't deserve it.
Wait, so are they really extending the
Yes.
World Cup?
They don't know
Probably.
how they do the group. They don't know how to do the group.
Because now they took out 3 teams from CONCACAF.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
But
Yeah, for me, just kind of, I've been having really fun with like kind of raw to grade PC items. So I've been going for like, I don't know, like Red Adeyemi second years and stuff like that. Like kind of just like those stuff, like Musiala, as I said, like Vieira from Topps Finest this year out of 5. Like kind of like the ones where you see it in the case and or like that's really cool, rather than like super specking on anything.
yeah, everybody's buying red now, so
Yeah.
it's kind of funny.
The one thing I would say is I gave a lot of MLS slander earlier.
You
but
gave a ton.
I know, but that's for players that are over 30 playing on the team in the MLS. But the young rookies in the MLS, I think there's a lot of opportunity there, especially if a Messi goes into the MLS. That's going to have a lot more eyes on it. And I think there's a lot of good rookies that are American, that are even Brazilian, that are even coming through now. There really is an opportunity there for the raw to grade flip as well.
Can you imagine Messi teaching a kid in MLS?
That fucking
Dude, can
wish,
you fucking
man.
imagine that?
All you gotta do is shoot it.
Yeah.
Right
So you got to spin here, do a little quick.
And also, I'm also looking forward to Women's World Cup. I think
Oh,
I think everybody
yeah.
completely forgot about that. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So, all right, guys, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening to the Slab House podcast. My name is Brian, Sunny League Investors.
John, JB Collects USA.
Will Wasabi Trading, 2 S's.
Yes, and we'll see y'all in the next podcast.
Peace.